What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering probably one of the most forgotten Nintendo Switch game ever. Probably, honestly. And probably more forgettable than the Mario Sports titles. Because at least, even if you forget about them, somebody out there at least remembers it. It's Mario, for crying out loud. And honestly, I'm just kind of done with all these discussions over these Mario Sports styles. No matter what discussions I see, especially Mario, you don't know about Mario Strikers, which we'll talk about more in a bit. You know, all these discussions, especially certain fan wars. I'm just sort of done with these arguments with Mario Twitter, I guess you could say. Hey, if you haven't been catching up on Twitter, I'm glad you're missing out. Anyway, off topic, let's talk about Nintendo Switch Sports. This was one of the few Switch games that came out back in April, and from my glance, it didn't look too pretty. I was very skeptical on it, honestly, because like it looked like a cool Wii Sports sequel. Hell yeah. I wasn't. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, which is probably the biggest problem for most people. The Sports Mates, I believe they're called. The Sports Mates aren't terrible. I don't hate them like most do. They're just okay at best. But they're nothing against the Miis, honestly. You could just make whatever you want. And hell, there's Matt in Wii Sports. One of the highlights of Wii Sports, for real. And, speaking of Wii Sports... Oh, hold up. Alright, and yeah, speaking of Wii Sports... I guess we should talk about the rest of the series. The original Wii Sports was theme a tech demo. Well, it literally is. It was a Wii launch title. It just worked, though. Bowling, baseball, golf, boxing, and tennis are all enjoyable. I played the shit out of them when I was a kid. Even my parents did. And my dad loves to bowl and that, so yeah. And Wii Sports Resort makes the game, basically the superior Wii Sports experience. Lots of games like the basketball pickup and, archery, the airplane minigame. So much fun in this one, and my dad loved to play the basketball game. It's easily one of the best ones for real. There was also Wii Sports Club, which was really bad. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. But with Nintendo Switch Sports, I guess we can talk about most of this. So let's just go ahead and go through all the games. So bowling is just standard, pretty much the same as, you know, the original Wii Sports styles. Not much to say. Just if you know the rules of bowling, I do not need to explain. There's nothing much I can say about this one. The game's pretty much fine, but I guess it is. I mean, if I said anything I didn't like, it'd be nitpicks, so I'm not gonna bring it up. It's just fine for the most part. So yeah. All right. So after that, we have we have also tennis coming back, which is pretty much what you expect. Tennis is usually the good old. The good old tennis we're all used to. It's nothing much to say. Swing your Joy-Con just as normal, just like your Wii remote. So yeah. And what about the rest of the games? So they added some new games. Volleyball. I don't need to explain that. Toss the ball up, bump up, set, and then spike the ball to get points. And yeah, badminton, which is also spiking the thing to get in there. And then yeah, soccer, which is also just getting the ball on the other side. Okay, not really. That one's different, but still. And it's also Chambra, which is the swordplay classic, which is always a classic one with different swords. So yeah, I will say that the variety sucks. Three of these games, yeah, three of these play way too similarly. I know most sports get the most points on the other side, but even Wii Sports Resort had a lot of variety with sports. Like, I just want to play by myself. And also the fact of volleyball, if we compare this to, Mario Sports Mix, I don't know why. It's Mario, obviously, it's gonna be better, but it just doesn't, volleyball and Switch Sports just doesn't feel good. Same with badminton. They just both feel pretty for me. And as for soccer, it's fine for the most part. It looks really fun, but when I saw the meter, I knew this was probably not gonna be for me. And oh, hold up. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, when I saw the soccer, it didn't look like it for me. When I played it, I just went back to Mario Strikers, unironically. Yeah, it just wasn't for me, honestly. Just too large for my liking. It's looking like Rocket League, but slower. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. And, Yeah, that's all the 6 sports. It's the least amount of sports in since Wii Sports, but it has more than the original. The problem, though, is no variety. Even the original Wii Sports had a lot of variety. Where's baseball? Where's boxing? Where's archery? All those fun games. We literally... I don't know. Oh, but don't worry. Nintendo will patch them in free updates. Free updates. Again. I don't know why. I know people are sick of this discussion. Well, I don't know why Nintendo keeps doing this. I'm not saying this is this is not the worst thing ever. And I know a certain YouTuber I'm not going to mention. But yeah, some people, including myself, hate this model a lot. If you don't know, like, you know, free updates. I know I've been talking about a lot. The problem with the free updates thing, it's just not a lot to do at launch. Once you play the games once or twice, you're done with the game. And you have to wait. Oh, but don't worry, there will be golf sometime in the fall. We don't know when. That's the problem. Nintendo's not giving a release date. If Nintendo gave like a roadmap or something, maybe this free updates thing wouldn't be that bad. But they just can't give a schedule or something. When are these games coming out? Or anything like that. I don't get it, man. I don't know. But I guess that's just the time. Guess that's the part of gaming we live in with these whole patch. I mean, this isn't Nintendo's problem. A lot of other companies are doing this whole patch it later thing. So yeah. Oh, and probably the worst case scenario with this game, there is a battle pass. A freaking battle pass. Why is this a bad thing? It's because all the outfits for your character are locked behind a paywall. This is really, really, really dumb. And this isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, Tennis Aces and Golf Super Rush did this, kinda. But, I don't know, man. This is just the gaming. Like, I don't know. It really felt like I'm glad I used my gold points and not my actual money for this game. And, whether what these other sports are being, maybe they'll make my pin go up, but this is just probably one of the most disappointing Nintendo Switch games I ever played since Yoshi's Crafted World. Hold up. I know I said the game was okay, but it was one of my most disappointing games. I know there was Golf Super Rush. I had some fun involved. At least it had a solo mode or something. At least, even if it sucked. So, yeah. That's just my opinion on that. And hey, you can run around in New Donk City. So that's why I don't think Super Rush is a bad game. But yeah, this was just a disappointment. Nintendo Switch Sports. Will I recommend getting this? Maybe for the updates later on, but I don't know if this game will get any better. Just go play Wii Sports Resort. It's just a better experience, honestly. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching my little thoughts on Nintendo Switch Sports. I don't hate it like most do. It's just a disappointment. I think the game is just... Is it a bad game? I think it's just meh at best. You can have some fun with friends, but once you play a few times, you're kind of just done, honestly. I'm going to go back to play Mario Strikers Battle League until Daisy comes to Mario Strikers. Daisy comes in the game. That sounds so bad. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time for more. If you played this game, what are your thoughts? If you didn't, good job. Later, folks.